Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of April 2nd, 2025. I'm your host, Sharifa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel A.C. Ogontoya, an infantry officer. Strategic strikes. The Russian forces conducted strikes against Ukrainian military-industrial facilities, including rocket and space industry enterprises and UAV production workshops, aiming to weaken Ukraine's military production and logistical capabilities.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, your trusted source for the latest developments on security and defense operations involving military forces. I'm your host, and today we have an exclusive interview with Colonel A.C. Ogontoya, who will provide insights into the progress of the special military operation as of April 3rd, 2025. Colonel Ogontoya, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Let's start with a general overview. What's the current status of the special military operation as of today?
The armed forces of the Russian Federation continue to advance steadily across several operational fronts. Each group of forces has made progress. Some have taken more advantageous positions, while others have inflicted significant damage on Ukrainian forces. These movements reflect coordinated efforts across the Belgorod, Kharkov, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kursk regions.
Let's break that down. Starting in the Belgorod direction, what's the situation there? And were these defensive or offensive engagements?
In Belgorod, the North Group of forces engaged Ukrainian mechanized, motorized, and territorial defense brigades in areas such as Myropolskoye, Prokody, and Petrushevka in the Sumy region. We neutralized approximately 75 Ukrainian servicemen and took out several assets including a tank, armored combat vehicles, multiple field artillery pieces, and an electronic warfare station. Primarily offensive. We're targeting concentrations of enemy forces and equipment to weaken their operational capacity in border regions.
What about the West Group of forces? What progress have they made?
The West Group improved its frontline posture by defeating enemy forces in several key locations including Kamenka, Zagoroykivka, and areas in the Donetsk People's Republic. We estimate over 200 Ukrainian casualties in this axis. Equipment losses included 2 tanks, multiple artillery systems, among them a U.S.-made 155mm howitzer, and 3 ammunition depots.
That sounds like a significant gain. Turning south, what's happening with the southern group of troops? And was there any resistance in those areas?
The southern group successfully took up more favorable positions and engaged Ukrainian mechanized, assault, and National Guard brigades in areas such as Seversk and Chasov Yar. Enemy losses reached up to 235 servicemen, along with a tank, armored vehicles, pickups, artillery, and an electronic warfare station. Resistance? Yes, but it was fragmented. Most enemy formations were either neutralized in open engagement or dispersed following our initial strikes.
Let's talk about the central axis of the operation. What did the center group accomplish?
They improved their tactical positioning significantly. They defeated a wide array of Ukrainian units, mechanized, airborne, ranger, unmanned systems, and special forces. Notably, the Ukrainian Omega unit was neutralized in this sector. We also destroyed foreign manufactured equipment including a German-made Leopard tank, US M113, and French VAB armored personnel carriers. With around 440 Ukrainian personnel eliminated and multiple advanced systems taken out, it's a substantial operational gain.
So this is one of the heaviest blows dealt in this briefing? And what about in the east?
Yes. The East Group advanced deeper into enemy territory and liberated the village of Veseloy. They inflicted damage across a wide front, targeting tank, mechanized, infantry, and airmobile brigades in Donetsk and Dnipropetrovsk regions. Ukrainian losses were around 125 personnel, as well as artillery systems, including a Polish-made Krab self-propelled howitzer.
I understand the DNEPR group also made territorial gains?
Correct. They liberated the settlement of Lopkovo in the Zaporizhia region. In doing so, they defeated several enemy brigades, mechanized, mountain assault, coastal defense, and territorial units. We destroyed around 60 personnel and several vehicles and an electronic warfare station.
Were there any strategic strikes outside of direct battlefield engagement?
Yes. Operational tactical aviation, drones, missile troops, and artillery targeted Ukraine's rocket and space industry enterprises, UAV production workshops, ammunition depots, and troop concentrations. These strikes occurred in 148 different locations. Our air defense systems also intercepted and destroyed multiple aerial threats, including a JDAM bomb and 3 HIMARS rockets.
Let's move to the Kursk region. What's happening there?
In the Kursk region, Russian forces continue to repel Ukrainian offensives. The North Group of forces defeated airborne assault and mechanized brigades in Gornal, and Oleshnya. Additionally, we carried out air and artillery strikes across the Sumy region, eliminating over 180 Ukrainian personnel and numerous combat vehicles, mortars, UAV control points, and an ammunition depot.
And what are the cumulative losses inflicted on the Ukrainian side in this sector?
Since operations began in Kursk, Ukrainian forces have lost over 71,750 personnel and thousands of pieces of equipment, 403 tanks, over 2,000 armored vehicles, 592 artillery systems, dozens of HIMARS and MLRS launchers, anti-aircraft systems, and engineering vehicles.
Those are staggering numbers. In summary, how would you characterize today's briefing?
Coordinated, calculated, and advancing. We continue to press forward tactically and strategically, neutralizing threats and securing key positions while degrading the enemy's operational capabilities.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you. Today, Israel has conducted numerous airstrikes in Syria, targeting people, defensive military capabilities in various cities, and has also struck Gaza, hitting a hospital in one instance. These actions follow a broader escalation of hostilities, including attacks on Beirut, Lebanon, and alleged involvement in Yemen. Meanwhile, a political scandal involving the Israeli Prime Minister and allegations of Qatari influence is unfolding. The situation is complex and rapidly evolving.